Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and I haven't made a walking, talking video in a while, so I thought I would go for it. It's a beautiful day, there's not a lot of wind. So let me know, give me some comments, let me know whether you like these better or not. Okay, so today I want to talk about healing. A lot of us come to healing like, I want to be healed, I want to be healthy. But we don't stop to think, what does being healed mean? What does being healthy actually mean? We come to it from not wanting to be sick. Do you know what I mean? Like we want to be healed out of our desire not to be sick. So we're coming to it out of this desire not to be sick. It's like, I don't want to be sick anymore. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to feel this. And that's the reason why we want to be healthy, why we want to be healed, is so that we're not sick. When you think of it from this perspective, like, yeah, I am trying so hard to be healed. I am trying so hard to be healthy from the place that I'm desperate not to be sick from. So just stop and take that in for a minute, okay? Let's take a look at this beautiful scenery while we're thinking about that. You want to be healed so that you don't have to feel suffering anymore. And when we bring that energy to that, we're coming from a place of lack. We're coming from a place of fear. We're coming from a place of desperation. We're coming from a place of helplessness. We're coming from a place of hopelessness. We're coming from a place of sadness and heartbreak and anger and fear. Those are the places we don't want to be anymore. But yeah, that's the very essence of the energy that we bring to this new goal that we want in our life. So, but how can we ever be healed? How can we ever be healthy by not being sick? What does health actually mean? What do you want? Like, what is healthy and what is healed? What do you imagine your life like if you are healthy, if you are healed? So when we think about what healthy means, we think of somebody who's vibrant, who's laughing, who's participating in life, who's doing all kinds of fun activities, who has lots of friends, right? You know that when you see it. You know, that's why on the drug commercials on TV, they put these images of happy people running through the fields and playing sports and with their friends and laughing and smiling. This is what the image of health looks like. Right? We know that. And that is the energy that we are trying to get to. We want to actually be a person who is social and laughing and feeling love and traveling and vibrant and having lots of family and friends and joy and activities and health and vibrancy and energy. That's what we actually want. And we're trying to get that out of our fear and desperation not to be sick. There are different vibrations, and so we can never reach health through our fear and our desire to not be sick anymore. This desire to not be sick is a low vibration. It's desperate. It's sad. It's fearful. It's hopeless. It's a vibration of suffering. It's a vibration of suffering. And how can we ever get to this vibration of freedom? This vibration of amazing freedom all around us, right? Of freedom, of energy, of love, of joy, of this beautiful image of health that we want from there. What does being healed mean? It means that we don't think about sickness anymore. You're normal. You're vibrant, you're alive, you don't have pain, you don't suffer, you don't even think about sickness because you're healed. There is no sickness. So how are we ever going to be healed? Meaning we have no sickness in our life, we have no reason to even think about sickness. How are we going to be healed when we come from a place of, I don't want to be sick anymore, and all we're thinking about is sickness. All we feel is sickness. All we feel is pain. All we feel is suffering. And our goal is, I don't want to be sick, right? I want to be healed. But healing is a completely different energy. Healed is the absence of sickness. It's the absence of suffering. It may be reality. It may be the reality that you're living, but it's not the energy that is conducive to healing. And it's really hard to get this. This took me a long time to get, because when we're continually coming at it, I want to be healed, I want to be healthy, from an energy of sickness, pain, suffering, and something that you don't want to be. When you come to it from this energy, you can never get what you want, because you're too busy trying to not get what you don't want. You're too busy trying to not be sick, to not suffer, to not be in pain, to not have chronic illness. You're too busy trying to do the things that you don't want in your life, and you have no time to attract or become the things that you do want in your life, which is healed and healthy. And a lot of people, I did this too, so this is like not blame. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to wait till I'm healed or somewhat healed, and then I can start going out and attracting health and healing and doing all those things, making friends, like a really vibrant social life, joining activities, having new interests, new hobbies, traveling, smiling, laughing, all those things that I envision that health and healing is. I'll do those once I'm healed. And so you can see it. I don't even think I need to make a video about this, because I think you can see that you can't attract those things unless you start attracting those things. You can't become those things unless you start to walk in the direction of those things. And so I'm not telling you to pretend like that you're not sick and that you're not suffering. And like, no, you have to be there. You have to allow that to come through. You have to allow, you can't suppress it or reject it or pretend that that's not reality. Okay, you have to accept reality, and you have to give that space of sickness and sadness and hopelessness and suffering a place to talk, a place to be, just to allow it and to not try to change it. But at the same time, if you stay there always, if you don't allow the other energy of possibility, of like, what would it take to allow myself to be healed, to be actually healthy, to bring the energy or to find the energy or vibration of health and to move towards it. So I'm not saying don't acknowledge and don't love and don't be there and don't have a space for your illness, because it needs you, it wants you. That's why it's continuing to talk. But you've got to be open to like the abundance, the possibility of healing, the excitement of the possibility of you being healthy from that vibration of like anything's possible. What if I allowed myself to just dream it, to just imagine it, to just feel it for even a couple of minutes? What if I allowed myself to really believe that I could heal, that I could be healthy, that I will be healthy? What if I could just even have a daydream or an imagine about me in a future scenario and how it would look and how it would feel, and be open to that possibility? Because you have to come to healing. Sometimes, when you're drinking your green smoothies, or when you're doing your enemas, or whatever it is that you're doing, right? When you're doing your inner work, if you're only coming at it from a place of, I don't want to be sick, right? We're never coming at it from a place of, I want to be healed. I'm open to healing. I want the energy of healed, the energy of health. And when we come at it from that perspective, even sometimes, even the possibility, I know, because a lot of us feel it, and then we feel like, oh, I don't want to get my hopes up. I've been there before. I've tried to get my hopes up. I get crushed. No, you have to come at it with that hopeful spirit, the spirit of health, the spirit of healing, the vibrancy of, I'm going to open, even in little ways, to some joy, to some new hobbies, new activities, new interests. Try to smile more, even laugh at a TV show, anything, just any vibrancy. I'm going to smile when I drink this amazing smoothie that I just made myself, right? Like the energy of health, even if you can dip your toe into it, little bits at a time. Allow yourself to have little moments of hope, of joy, of love. Little moments of what it feels like to be healed, of what it feels like to embrace health. to come at your healing from an energy of, I can, it's possible, I'm open to it. I'm even just opening a little more, right? There's hard edges around you. There's hard edges, like I'm never gonna do this. Open them, soften them, allow the possibility, allow the little moments to come to you. Breathe in health, drink in health. Just these little moments, find them. When you find them, when you have even a touch of a moment, embrace it, open to all of it. Notice what it feels like to be closer to the energy of healing than it does closer to the energy of sickness. Because a lot of us say we want to be healed, which means we would never talk about illness again. And a lot of us say we want to be healthy, vibrant, healed, but really we're not ready for it yet. And what we actually want is to be seen and heard and comforted and understood in our pain, in our illness, in our sickness. And that's okay. If that's where you are at your journey and you need that before you can let go of that and move towards healing, then that's part of the healing process. But if you really want to be healed, if you really want to live in health and move towards health, we have to want that more, to move in that direction, than to pull people in and to have them live and comfort us where we are in our illness. And in fact, you need to do both. You need to be seen and heard and validated in that sickness, in that space of suffering and hopelessness. Because if you don't, you're never ready to let that go. You're never ready to move towards health and healing. Moving towards health and healing in this journey, like I want to be healthy, I want to be healed, it's one of the last steps when we allow ourselves to open fully to it, right? But we've done the work. We've sat in the illness long enough. We've sat in that energy long enough. We've been felt, we've been seen, we've been heard, we've been witnessed. We've allowed and accepted what is. We've expressed and we've allowed whatever is pushed down to rise to the top and be felt and be seen. And we've done it to the point where we know that's not where we want to live anymore. We know we have to move towards and open towards actual health, actual healing. And the thing is, you can't do it before you're ready. You simply cannot do it before you're ready. But the next time you say, I want to be healed so bad, I want to be healthy so bad, ask yourself, do I really? Am I ready to go there yet? Am I ready? Am I open? Am I willing? Because we can't come to health through lack. We can't come to healing through desperation. We can't hold on and be gripping those energies while we're welcoming health and healing, because they're a completely different vibration. You have to totally let go. They're opposite ends of the pool. It's not like you can hold both of them in your hands at the same time. You can play with it, you can flirt with it, you can dip your toe in and out of it, but in the end, you can never come to that health, that picture of health that you see, that picture of the healed person, the healthy person. You can never come to that place from the lack, from the closed offness, from the desperation. So we can't get there. We have to let go slowly. We have to open slowly. We have to start moving in the direction of true health and healing. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'll be back soon and I'll see you in the next video.